Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. On a quest for treasure, as well as Gimli's son Gimli, the Packo have found themselves engaged in combat with a family of pink-bladed Haxorus, who appear to have been consuming the mineral-rich noses of Nosepass native to Granite Cave. After a grueling battle, the unstable ceiling in this earthen chamber has begun to collapse. Kicking things off in this session, we will start with a skill challenge. Here are the rules. You may act in any order that you'd like. Every trainer and one of their Pokemon may make one action before the ceiling implodes. The success and health of the party will be determined by the cumulative totals of their rolls. Each roll must be used for a different skill among everyone. For example, there can't be multiple athletics checks or something like that. Pokemon can use moves or features in place of their action, but they may not do both of anything that would result in more than one action economy, if that makes sense. Do you have any questions?
So just to clarify, like the trainers can make an action and one of the Pokemon can make an action?
Correct. That is what we're dealing with. And the action in this context, being a skill challenge, would be a skill check. However, you may substitute a feature or a Pokemon move for that action, or for that skill check, if that makes sense. So, you may do it in any order. We're kind of in bullet time here. So, you're welcome to strategize. You're welcome to just talk about a plan. Just do whatever you want.
I'm kind of looking to wide guard here because I'm not avoiding this collapse. So...
Okay, you're looking to use wide guard as a means of protection versus the falling rocks.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that cover the entire party, or?
It has a range of 40 feet, so, like, yes, because we're in a tunnel.
Okay. So would the game plan be wide guard, wait for the rubble to stop, and then drill out?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
Will wide guard, like, theoretically, like, in a good case, would it stop, like, all of the rocks?
So
yeah, it guards you allies from attacks that target multiple allies.
So, from attacks, correct. This is a natural phenomenon. I'm not saying it will fail, but I'm still going to make you roll for it.
That's fine. What am I rolling?
You could add what the modifier of whatever Lasagna's highest stat is, if you wish.
Okay.
I have a question about held items.
Sure.
So if a Pokemon's holding a held item and you return them to their Pokeball, they're still holding that item.
Yes, it's just like Animorphs. When they morph, they keep their clothes.
Not the Animorphs.
Okay, so how does that work with
That's my
Basket? How does that work with
Animorphs,
Basket and the very large?
The very large Moonstone is not an interactable held item. It is more cargo. So the Moonstone will be removed from Basket.
Okay.
What do you get?
Because it is currently a held item. One could argue.
Yeah,
We're good to go, champ.
I'm going to say if you want to recall it, I will allow you to use one of your 2 skill challenge points to skill challenge recalling the Moonstone with a dexterity check. But I think otherwise it's not going to be recalled into the Pokeball.
Okay. So basically with not disadvantage, but 2 attempts to not pass.
No, like you'll be consuming one of the things that you are doing with the limited time you have with the ceiling implosion to return the Moonstone with Basket. If it was a regular ordinary Moonstone, yes. But this is like a big old hunk of rock.
But we need it for the money.
It would be useful for the money.
Is that what I want to spend my skill challenge check on?
That is up to you. Could you dictate your wide guard skill check roll real quick?
Oh, it's a crit.
Yeah, natural 20. Thank you.
Yes.
Should certainly help the situation.
I think so, yeah. It's pretty good.
Of course.
I'll probably use the rest of my challenge action economy just to recall Trevor, just in case, like, something else happens.
Okay, Trevor is kind of in the thick of it, so you just want to get him out of there.
Yeah, I think just pulling him back and...
What's your dexterity score?
I think it's just a 10. Hold on. Yes, it is.
So you have a +0 on dexterity?
That is correct.
Okay, roll a d20, roll anything higher than a 3.
13.
Okay. You are able to successfully recall Trevor, the Gigalith, and both of your skill challenge checks have been used up. Great. Who's next?
Do we think we still need a sanctuary? Or should the
Yeah, I would
wide
say-
guard?
I would kind of like effectively made one.
Yeah, I think the
Right.
You're welcome
Gonna be
to
okay.
use one of your skill challenge actions to see how effective the wide guard is, if you want. But otherwise, that is not information I will be giving.
That's fair. Honestly, I don't have too much I can do, so I'm fine with using Elodie's action to check
Okay.
how well the wide guard has done.
That's an investigation.
Okay. 15?
Sure, that's pretty good. You investigate that the wide guard summoned by Lasagna, the psychic type Crustle, is a very sturdy, near impenetrable psychic field that is a horizontal plane that is above you. It seems like pretty much nothing shy of a divine intervention will shatter this wide guard.
Fabulous.
Your aerial cover is nearly perfect.
Our aerial cover.
Correct.
This shit gonna get in on the sides.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you cover the sides because we definitely have the aerial coverage, so we're not gonna get like crushed under the rocks, but we do have to worry about like if it like covers too much, then it'll just go around the coverage that we have and then just like bury us underneath anyway. So you gotta play like keep out.
Elodie still got 1.
Right.
Schmidt still has 2, and Cindy still has 2, I believe.
Oh, so each person and one of their Pokemon.
Correct.
Okay. I think I'm going to try to return basket with the stone.
With the Moonstone.
Yes.
Okay, that will require a dexterity check from Cindy. This is a big hunkin' rock. I'm going to say DC 10 or lower, you fail to recall anything. DC 10 to 15, you can recall basket, and anything higher than 15, you can recall both of them into the ball together.
Please. Fuck. 10.
10. You successfully recall basket, but not the large Moonstone.
Cool.
That is
Gimli,
one.
can you carry this?
You won't have time to communicate this in this moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in like bullet time. There's only so many things happening.
All right. Well, basket is away, but I still have Fang out.
Mm-hmm.
Can Fang like headbutt some of the falling rocks just like out of the way?
So based on the little sketch that I doodled for you guys, I'm assuming this wide guard, which is 40 feet long, or wide, but can be oriented however Lasagna wants to orient it, is going to be like above where you are all gathered in the tunnel, because the 2 Haxorus are still like slightly outside of the tunnel. That's my interpretation. You can correct me, Gimli, if not. So you could tell me that you're positioning Fang somewhere on either end of the wide guard if you want him to headbutt some rocks that might try and bounce in or something.
Maybe toward like the ceiling of the like opening is effectively falling, right? Or is it the ceiling of the tunnel?
The tunnel as well.
But the top's pretty covered.
The top is very well covered thanks to the natural 20 that Lasagna got.
Yeah, I'll have Fang kind of be like at the edge of the wide guard, kind of helping protect the side that faces into the opening.
Okay, so we're going to say the northern edge then? That goes into the chamber? Because the southern edge comes from like the room you were in before. Okay, northern edge.
Yes.
Sure. Are you doing this as like using the move headbutt, or are you doing this as like a skill check?
Yes, both.
You can
If
only do
possible.
one.
Okay. What would it like? So my to hit headbutt is a +7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just be kind of like rolling an attack.
Okay. Headbutting some rocks.
Yeah, if you want to do that, as opposed to like an athletics check or something.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay.
Because I don't think athletics is also +7. Okay, doesn't
So
matter.
it's the same. So you should
Yes.
make a choice then. They're effectively the same thing, but for the purpose of the skill challenge, it's important to know.
I mean, Fang is wearing the Rocky helmet, and also doesn't get recoil from things because it has a hard head.
That's true. Rockhead.
So we'll do the move.
The move headbutt for Fang the Shelgon. With the Rocky helmet in mind, I feel like when you look at the Rocky helmet in game and stuff and in artwork, it has rocks like on it, obviously, but it also looks like a construction helmet or something, which would be designed to prevent injury from falling debris, which is great. Yeah, roll to hit headbutt.
11.
Okay, that will be taken into consideration. Thank you, Fang.
Good.
So we have one more thing for Elodie and 2 more things for Schmidt. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to recall Omelette.
Okay, you can do so without issue. That is Schmidt's trainer action.
Do we still want that sanctuary for side coverage? It is 20-foot radius, so it should span like basically the same as Wide Guard.
I'm worried about like Because Sanctuary spends all of that HP, right?
Yeah,
And we're in a dungeon.
that's
And
true.
also,
We're
there's
still
no
in the
Pokemon
battle.
Center when we get out of the dungeon.
Yeah, that's fair.
We would just have to take a long rest. Like, that's what that basically forces us to do. Like, to have
Right,
to long
but
rest.
I don't know. I can see a situation where, like, we get out of here and then shit hits the fan and we don't have time for a long rest, you know?
It could happen. Well, I don't know what you're planning on doing, but I could have Cabbage hit you with a decorate or something to help it go better. Because I don't know what else
I don't
Cabbage
know
can
what else
really
to
do.
do either. I'm definitely, whenever the rocks settle, I'm definitely drilling us out. So we could definitely do, like, decorate, hyper drill, something straight up. But
Sure.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It wouldn't apply in the skill challenge here. Self-preservation does seem to be going well. You can't contribute to it. Again, it's a cumulative skill challenge, so even if you think your idea is stupid, it might kind of help. It should also be noted, I don't know however you want to interact with them, but approximately 25 feet away are 2 Haxorus.
yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
So if you
I
feel
just
like you
don't-
feel covered, thanks to the crit that Gimli got and stuff, you're welcome to do something with those guys if you so wish.
Could we get kind of on the edge where, like, we wouldn't be hit by the falling rocks? But, like,
And push them out.
yeah, just, like, be a wall, like a meat wall.
Okay, yeah, they're not currently in the wide
Just
guard.
be able to knock them back if they do make a sprint for it. You know?
Okay, so who is this regarding then?
Be Schmidt, Walter, Quacko.
Okay, it would just be 2 of you if you wanted to use both of your economy for
Okay.
that.
I think Walter and Quacko are already there.
Okay, so Schmidt will just stay put, give the command, but stay safe.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
No.
no.
Schmidt will switch places with Quacko.
Okay, so Walter and Schmidt will go, I'm assuming, to the northern break of the wide guard between the party and Haxorus. They will be joining Fane there. Fane is currently in preparation to headbutt some falling rocks. So what is the idea? You said meat wall. Are you trying to assume like a defensive stance? Are you trying to prepare something? What's the idea?
Just kind of like defensive stance, like be ready to parry. Like Schmidt has his like metal arm, who's like gonna try to like take an attack and like maybe push it back if he tries to do something. Walter could. Am I still under rage? I just realized that.
Should be because of the sandstorm. I don't think you ever broke rage.
Yeah.
Convenient little party synergy there.
I just saw that I had pursuit, and I thought that was really funny.
Pursuit's a great move in this. It's like super good.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna stand there, just ready to like parry whatever comes at us.
Okay. I will have you roll a skill then.
Okay.
You could just do straight dex if you wish. Ideally, it's like a skill, but if you can't think of one, we can just kind of make it a dex check.
For Schmidt and Walter? Or...
Sure, unless you want to have Walter use a move in this sense. However you wish to flavor it.
What does the animation for Hyper Drill look like?
I think it's kind of what you would imagine. It's just a big honking drill.
So it's like, it's not like the drill on his butt. It's just like a big drill kind of appears.
Oh, well, that's...
Like Gurren Lagann style.
Yeah, I mean, that's Game Freak being lazy with their animations, though. It's got to be the drill on his butt. It's not like he just makes one.
Okay. So we can't make a drill Gurren Lagann style.
If you
He manifests it.
If you roll
to
high
manifest
enough on a skill, I'm gonna say if you can, if you want to opt to not use hyper drill and just allow Walter to attempt using the power of the Schmidt that doesn't believe in him, but the Schmidt that believes in the version of him that believes in him. I don't remember Gurren Lagann that well. To like create a drill phantasm, you can roll a 19 or a 20 on an Arcana check.
Can I have Cabbage decorate him so that he can do that at advantage?
Yeah, if that's how you want to use your economy, you're welcome to do that.
I'm not rolling a crit. No.
You don't want to do that?
No.
Okay.
But roll to manifest the drill. Roll to manifest.
That is an option. It is also an option to use the physical drill that is attached to your body, Walter. But I will not make that decision for you. That is something that the trainer must decide. There's also other things you could do, of course. I just wanted to flavor that in a way that made you happy.
Yeah, I was thinking more like a drill shield. You know, like make it big enough that it just like clogs the tunnel. But
that's kind of a cool idea. Same principle applies.
Yeah.
I would suggest Walter could also do it in a physical sense. It seems like the segments onto Dunsparce's body are like weirdly inflatable. Does anyone else get that vibe? Because I definitely get that vibe.
What the fuck?
Don't they kind of like, they're kind of balloony, right?
They're like thick.
The Dunsparce is just a balloon animal, confirmed.
Kinda. So not
What
balloon
the
animal, but
fuck?
what I'm thinking is like some reptiles will like inflate themselves for defensive posturing, you know? And that's my vibe with the Dunsparce. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but I feel like
Okay. That will be his dex check, I guess, as he inflates himself with for
Okay.
defensive posture.
It is not super where I was going, but yes, that's great. I love that. Roll an inflation check. What would that be?
Oh
my
my
God.
fucking god!
Constitution.
I'm still reeling over inflation check.
Someone's got to make that check,
Alright.
dude. Yeah, that's a Constitution check.
Oh my fucking god! I got the crit.
Yeah.
Let's
Real
fucking
manifestation.
go. Well, no, this is just Walter gets
No,
wide.
this is just for I got a crit on
Walter
inflation.
gets so wide.
Dude, the
the
economy
widest
these
you
days
get.
is crazy, guys. This inflation
Oh
is
my
getting
god!
out
If
of
I see
hand.
any of this shit on
Maxed.
TV and art later.
Oh.
No,
No, I don't know. I spent some time with some snakes, and they can get real flat if they want. You know, they can just really like flatten out their bodies, and that's exactly what the Dunsparce does here. The Dunsparce kind of poises himself with the drill out, and just kind of widens his body to do as much as he can to protect the party from any bouncing or falling rocks that may come through the northern face of the opening that Wideguard creates. Schmidt did a thing, right? Schmidt's just standing there.
Yeah.
Did he make a
he's
roll?
He's. I guess he does need a roll.
Yeah. Con check is off the table. So if you want to flavor him, assuming a defensive posture with a different skill, you may do so.
He's just gonna be ready to parry with his like metal arm.
Okay. We can flavor that as it's not sleight of hand because you're not trying to be sneaky.
No.
Maybe just give it an acrobatics, I think.
Acrobatics. Okay.
Yeah. Does this suffer the penalty that you've received regarding this procedure?
I forgot what the penalty was. Oh, it was disadvantages on rolls. Yes. Yes.
So please keep that into consideration.
Okay.
Anything you roll will be added to this cumulative total that I'm looking for. So-
It is a 9
Okay.
with
Schmidt.
the disadvantage.
Schmidt is poised to bat away some of those dangerous incoming rocks if needed. I think that leaves us with just one more thing, which is one of Elodie's Pokemon to choose an action.
Yes. Gosh dang, I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Here's a crazy idea I just came up with.
Yeah.
I thought about saying it and then I didn't want to.
No, say
Um,
it. Literally say it. Kira can edit it if needed.
If I can use cabbage, so with decorate, cabbage can fling fake creaminess.
Yes.
Thinking about using that in some way to like,
You guys are
I don't
fucked
know.
up. What does Cabbage want to do here? Just fling some fake creaminess around? I would allow...
just for fun.
I would allow a charge of Ancestral Fey Magic if you just want to fuck
You
around and
would?
find out. Yeah, I'd allow it.
Absolutely, I want to fuck around and find out.
Okay.
That sounds like
this
a blast.
could like ruin your guys' whole plan. So
Absolutely, I don't care.
okay, cool. Roll that D100, baby.
Fuck this plan, dude.
The last thing that gets done is a fucking one of those.
49.
49. Have we rolled that already?
We have not.
You've not. Great. I will read the description to you. Elodie might be able to internalize this due to her connection with Cabbage the Alcremie, but what she discerns from this summoning of Ancestral Fey Magic is that Cabbage is unable to use any attacks or make any sounds for the next minute of in-game time. If Cabbage dares to try, many pink bubbles will come out of her mouth.
Cute. Not very helpful, but cute.
No,
Yeah, it could have
super
been much
unhelpful.
worse as
Could
far
have
as
been worse.
as far as bad Ancestral Fey Magic rolls go. So you may add that to
Hear
your
me
notes.
out. Hear me out. We have Cabbage talk and use the pink bubbles to scoop up all the rocks and go bloop 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 bloop.
Yeah, that's how physics works.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Cindy, you're a fucking
Totally.
genius.
You're so fucking smart.
Solved the campaign. It's over. NRG gives
Can't
up.
Believe it.
We send energy away in pink bubbles.
Whew, okay. I believe everyone has made their decisions, correct?
That is
Correct.
Lasagna creates an incredible horizontal wide guard above the party. seems like it should offer an incredible amount of protection from these falling rocks. Gimli takes the time to recall Trevor. Elodie investigates the sturdiness of the wide guard and has Cabbage do something random. And it happens to be that Cabbage is just unable to speak, make sounds, or use any attacks for a minute, and will create bubbles instead. Schmidt and Walter prepare themselves at the northern wall of the opening of the wide guard that enters the chamber where the Haxorus are, and just assumes a defensive posture. Himself and Walter are ready to protect the gain. Fane is there as well. Fane is wearing his rocky helmet, and as a Shelgon, he will headbutt any rocks that come in with his rock head. Cindy attempted to recall Basket alongside the very large moonstone. The moonstone was not able to be captured within the beam, but Basket is safe. And in this fraction of a second, or probably just one whole second, where all of these things happen, I'm going to make a couple rolls for the 2 Haxorus. Actually, yeah, I need to roll for Axew and Fallen Haxorus as well, so give me a second. Okay, we've been talking for quite a few minutes about all the actions that the Packo is doing, but in 1 single second, boom, the entire ceiling falls out on top of the party. It is incredibly loud as it clatters against the psychic wide guard, and there's these little psychic pings above you, like ting, 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 ping, 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 as these rocks either settle on top of or bounce off of the wide guard. As they crash and land around you, parts of the walls start to cave in as well. And some rocks do fling into the protection that you have made. Everyone in their Pokemon, please make a DC 8 dexterity save. That DC is set by the successes of the rolls that you have made.
A 9.
What is Fang's? What is it? Dex?
Dex.
Cool. Me and Fang both passed.
Everyone
My
in
ladies.
Schmidt's camp makes it.
Have succeeded.
Okay, so it sounds like everyone succeeded, correct?
Yes.
That is great news.
What about Omari?
Oh yeah, I do have to roll for Omari. Thank you, and Pinchy. Omari wasn't participating in the skill challenge. He's not as skilled enough of a trainer. But Omari gets a 12. Pinchy fails, but that's fine. Pinchy will be.
No, Pinchy!
Pinchy will probably be all right. We will see this incoming damage. Thanks to the efforts of the Quacko Packo, all creatures except for Pinchy, under the effect of the wide guard, do not suffer any damage, which is fantastic. And Pinchy gets knocked out, but is like fine, is not dying. The fate of the Haxoruses are unknown, as this wide guard creates like a 40-foot wide tent of rocks that surrounds the party. The northern and southern exits from outside the wide guard are completely cobbled over with rocks, and it seems like the eastern and western parts of the wall and the tunnel that they are residing have caved in like a little bit, kind of making a pyramid shape around the wide guard. What do they do next?
Time to drill, baby.
I ask Gimli if he can pick up the moonstone big rock.
Sure. I can pick it up.
Yeah, roll strength
It's
check.
really heavy.
It's pretty heavy.
18.
18. Yeah, you can carry it. Obviously, it requires both of your hands, but you're able to lug it around if you wish. Yeah, what's the plan for the party? The dust has settled, so to speak. After all of the rocks had fallen, you heard like some movement, like rustling from the rocks towards the north, towards where the Haxorus were. But as of right now, it is eerily silent.
My drill is the drill that will pierce the heavens.
Okay.
Bro, fight the power.
Yeah.
I was about to say Soriro Day starts playing.
What are Walter's skill proficiencies?
They are acrobatics and perception.
Okay. Yeah, just roll like a hyper drill, like to hit, I suppose. Also, give me like a general direction. Are you going like horizontally, like straight north? Are you going south? Are you going diagonal up, straight up?
I think it's going to be like a it's literally going to be in a spiral going upwards. Like the
Okay.
goal is to be on top of where we are currently.
Okay.
But it's not obviously going to be a straight line because we can't climb that.
Okay. So like a diagonal helix, which would be
Yeah.
very appropriate considering Gurren Lagann nonsense.
Yeah.
Please give
9
me a
plus
cardinal
9,
direction.
18. Cardinal direction?
Northeast, southwest.
Well, it's going to be a big circle. So we'll start, let's say straight north.
What do you mean it'll be big circle? Sorry. You're like drilling a spiral, but it's going in one direction, right?
Drilling a spiral and it's going up. Like it's going around the cone that we made.
I'm trying to visualize it. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard
Okay.
time.
So the floor that caved in, we want to be up on it.
Right. So is it just going straight up is my question?
So this is kind of the cone we're in, right?
Yes.
I'm going to do something
no.
here.
It's upside down.
No. Okay.
Like the
Okay,
wide
so
part
that-
is where you're standing. Oh well.
Okay, so
Actually, sorry, you're in a parallelogram or a rhombus,
Trapezoid?
trapezoid, whichever one is a rectangle, but the sides are long and diagonal. That's the shape you're in.
Is it wider on top or wider on the bottom?
Wider on
so
the
we're like
bottom.
this.
That is what is
Okay.
going on right now.
So we're going to exit here, and
Okay.
then we're gonna go around the back.
So you're going to drill in a spiral around this zone of safety that you've created thanks to Lasagna's wide guard. Like,
Yes.
not in one particular, like you're going up, but in a very wide about way.
Yes.
Okay. This is quite the drill. You rolled an 18 on it, you said?
I rolled a 9, and it's +9 to hit on it, so it's an 18. Yeah.
18. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Walter begins to drill. What's his burrowing speed?
Is that the same as his walk speed?
No, he should have a separate burrow speed.
I do not have a burrow speed. I think we've gone over this
Interesting.
several times.
Yeah, let's just equate it to walk speed because he's a drill boy. So I think that's fair.
Okay, it's 30.
Yeah, let's just make it 30. So yeah, he can start doing this. This drill in length, based on the doodle you gave me, this is going to be a long tunnel, by the way. It's going to be a 5-foot circle. It's like, if my calculations are right, it's like 100 feet about of length. Does that check out with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he starts doing that. It'll take some time. Not a lot of time, but it'll take some time. And the goal is to be above the wide guard, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great. I'm glad we got that sorted out. Thank you for your description. Anyone else trying to do anything?
Can I like check if I can tell at all if the like hack sources are like still alive, like if they're knocked out or like what the deal is?
Sure. You're just checking for signs of life in the northern
Right.
chamber, right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
I would let you flavor it as a medicine if you want. Could
Cool.
also be
Yeah, you do that.
perception.
22.
That's very high. You cannot detect signs of life from all 4 of the creatures that you're engaged in combat with, but you do hear at least one creature wheezing, just like heavy breathing, as if they are in a deep slumber or very injured. It is a draconic kind of growl breath.
I will relay this information to the Packo and say it seems like we're in the clear for now.
Cool.
What are the Packo's plans? Wait for this tunnel to finish and crawl through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Lasagna, for the record, unless you want to say otherwise, is going to be maintaining concentration uninterrupted to keep this wide guard up until you are in safety, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Just checking. Yeah, so if you just wait a little bit, the tunnel will finish.
It'd be
Oh.
smarter, more beneficial to like get in the tunnel behind Walter as he's digging. Like as there's space for all of us, that way we don't have to keep the concentration, or if anything happens and then the concentration breaks, we can all get to the tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, that's up to you.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. Walter,
Yeah,
unless Walter is given like a new activity, or sorry, unless Lasagna is given a new activity, should have no problem maintaining concentration unless he like takes damage or something.
Okay. We do that.
Okay. Everyone files in through the tunnel. Can I get an order of just individuals? I don't need Pokemon necessarily, but trainers.
I'd probably bring up the rear because I would probably go last to
Yeah.
recall.
I think it'd be
Lasagna.
Schmidt and Quacko first.
Okay.
Or Walter, then Schmidt and Quacko.
Right. Yeah, Walter has to lead. Elodie, Cindy, who's second, who's third?
I can go before Gimli, and then could we have my God, I swear I know his name, Omari?
Yeah.
Go in front of me.
Sure. Omari's a
Well,
little
I could
shaken
go
up,
after
but he
Schmidt.
accepts. So Cindy's second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Fang.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, and so are there any recalls happening, or are all the Pokemon that are out are going to be going through the tunnel?
I would recommend recalling. It is a
I'll recall
5-foot tunnel.
Fang.
Yeah.
Fane returns the Pokeball, no problem.
Yeah, I'll recall Cabbage. She can't really do anything anyways.
Sure. Okay.
Are we all safely in the tunnel? Like, 'cause
Yeah,
then I could
you can
probably
all start
recall-
going in the tunnel without issue.
Yeah, because I would wait to recall Lasagna into the. Unless Lasagna can't fit in that tunnel, can they?
They could squeeze. Maybe they'd probably be carving up the sides of the tunnel with their gem, but
Mm-hmm.
they're a little crab. They could figure it out. Okay, so once everyone is in the tunnel, you're gonna recall Lasagna.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, you do that. As the Quacko Packo funnels into like the first 20 feet or so of the tunnel that has a very gentle general incline since it is a helix that goes directly upwards, Lasagna gets recalled. As Lasagna gets recalled, the wide guard breaks and the previously protected area finds a large volume of rocks descending through it, and all of the tunnel that was above the wide guard is now broken. It will have to be rebuilt, but potentially not an issue. The tunnel that you are currently in is still standing just fine, except the exit where you came through, or I should say the entrance, is now closed off by rocks, directly behind Gimli. But if you're just following Walter, shouldn't really be a problem, but now you don't have to worry about a wide guard. This is up to you. This is your decision.
Yeah, we're just following Walter. So.
Following Walter. Every person and Pokemon who isn't Walter, give me DC 10 athletics for a 100-foot crawl up a spiral with jagged rocks. Strength athletics, DC 12.
17.
This is a workout. You've had a long day, emotionally, physically. Had some
Gimli's body doesn't quit, dude.
Yeah, intense battles happening. You guys are bruised, bloodied, injured, and now you're crawling like in a boot camp through a
Dirty 21.
through
Cindy
a
doesn't
narrow-ass
fucking
tunnel.
care.
Yeah.
Schmidt got a 15 and Quacko got a 14.
Okay. And we got Elodie,
Cindy's
right?
out here like, I've been in
Yeah,
worse.
I got a 17.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are making it through, and you arrive at the top where it spits out. What cardinal direction does the opening of the tunnel end? We're spiraling just straight up still, or are we trying to go in a different direction?
We're trying to end like directly above where we were, because we
Okay.
know there was a room up there, right?
There was something. Something was up there.
We're guessing there was a room up there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Walter finds an opening at the end of his path, and if you peer out across it, is one very, very dark. And what you see in front of you is the chamber from where the Haxorus were residing, completely filled up with rocks. I'm going to say that Schmidt is in the front. I would like a perception check from Schmidt.
16.
Okay. So this tunnel spits out at a hole that's about 30 feet, 40 feet above all the rocks that fell. And if you look directly up, just darkness, just void. Whatever ceiling was there was a floor, and now that ceiling/floor is on the ground. So you can't see into the cave at all. With your 16, you can hear the sounds of like perhaps bat Pokemon screeching, trying to echolocate, find their way around. Because of your 16, you identify in front of you in this big chamber that this combat was being conducted in. You can see what appears to be like maybe the end of a Pokemon's tail, and you do see the glint of one Haxorus's blade sticking up from the rocks. You also see a handful of Pokemon that might have seemed to have fallen along with this disaster that occurred within this cave. You see a Pokemon that you're familiar with from since you've arrived in Dewford Town. There's a Hariyama and two Makuhita that are just belly or face down in the rubble. They're all dirty and bruised, and they seem to be knocked out. There is a funny shrub-like turtle Pokemon that is trying to... It has its shell wedged between two large rocks, and it's trying to crawl out. It is conscious. It's just kind of like squealing like a turtle. It's like... Meh, meh, and it's trying to... It has like these flat feet, and it can't get purchased on the rock to escape. Most notably, what you notice at the far end of the tunnel, thanks to the glint of the Haxorus's light, you see a very, very long, very, very tall rope that is dangling from the northern wall of the chamber that leads to just go straight up into the abyss. Seems to just go all the way up.
Yo, is that an
Okay, then.
escape rope?
Just goes all the way up.
It goes up far enough where it's too dark to see where it ends.
I
Okay.
don't know, gang. Seems like our best shot.
Climb the rope, guys.
Can we flip the turtle before we go?
Sure, you're currently like peering out from like a window, so to speak, and there's like a 40-foot drop. So you might want to navigate how exactly you are intending to get to the rope or get to the turtle.
Oh.
You're in a little
Drill
5-foot
our
hole.
way down.
What's the idea? Sorry.
Drill our way down.
You can drill straight down if you want.
Make a
still
slide?
it's still gonna you could go diagonal. Then you get a slide.
Drill slide.
Drill slide? Is that the consensus?
Sure.
That's fine.
Drill slide, is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Walter will need to give us just a DC 10 athletics for the drill. So Walter rolls a dirty 7 for the tunnel, and he makes a little slide. A little slide. He has to back up a bit in the tunnel that he made. He continues the helix like to the side, and then does what's the grade? Doing some geometry in my D&D. I hate this actually. Hold on.
Oh.
Too many
no.
shapes today, dude.
Yeah, a lot of shapes.
Cut it out.
So for a 40-foot slide at a reasonable grade, it's going to be or like a 40-foot height. Like if you're trying to drop 40 feet but safely on a slide, that's 5, 10. I don't know my fucking Pythagorean theorem. It's a little bit longer than 40 feet. Okay, that's all you need to know. It's closer to like 60. Any math nerds in the chat?
Okay, but like, have you seen those slides where it's like straight down for a hot minute?
Yeah. Do you, Walter?
I mean, slides.
Yeah, just hurt your butt up real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walter has
You
successfully
hurt your butt up.
made a tunnel that you can slide down if you so wish.
Cindy just fucking yeets.
Cool. Cindy yeets herself into the tunnel like it's a water slide at an amusement park. Please give me a Constitution save, DC 12. DC 12.
That's not hurt, homie.
Or no, it's Dex. Sorry, it's not really Con, it's Dex.
Oh, Dex?
Yeah, it's Dex.
Because I was about to have a 1. Not a nat 1. A dirty 1.
A dirty one. Yeah, that's sick.
A dirty
No.
With Dex, it's a little better.
Okay.
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Cool. Cindy eats herself down the slide, and about halfway through, you hear a conk, like a loud thunk, and Cindy loses 15 hit points as she hits her head on a sharp rock that was jutting out of the
It's all
tunnel.
my hit points. That's all of them.
So
No, Cindy.
Wow.
it seems like
Cindy.
while Walter's an expert digger, he's very, very skilled at it. This rubble is really hard to make a consistent tunnel with, and there might just be like a rock that's sticking out where your head might go in this tunnel. So Cindy does make it to the bottom, but she is unconscious.
Sick.
God damn it.
Somebody else is gonna have to carry me because Gimli's carrying the very important, very expensive big rock.
We
I
don't
can
even know
probably
if it's
heal
worth that
you.
much money.
I can heal you once I get down there.
Omari is very not interested in this slide, and he's like, I would prefer a safer way, please.
Birdman, do you have a safer way?
Birdman. How long is it that we need to make?
Fucking math. It's a 40-foot vertical. If you're trying to make it like a slope with like a 45-degree grade, it's going to be like 60 feet. I am not bold enough to do that math right now, but you just got to take my word for it.
Or just have flying Pokemon make fly.
This is what I was suggesting.
I would like you to know. I guess I do have Patricia with me, don't I? Did I send Patricia back?
I have your Pokemon list.
It's Quacko, Diana, Richie, Walter, Omelette,
and Patricia. Yep.
and Patricia. Okay. Gyarados can fly.
Gyarados has a fly speed.
Gyarados just ferry us down.
Okay, just everyone one by one.
Yeah.
Okay, Gyarados, over the passage of time, can do this without issue, awaiting Walter and a conked out Cindy at the bottom of the tunnel slide. Let it be known that this, where you would walk, is very rough terrain. It is just boulders strewn about. If you're not in combat, it doesn't really matter, but your movement speed is halved if you are walking across this difficult terrain. What's next for the party?
Are we turtle flipping or?
Are we fucking turtle flipping,
Oh.
guys?
We fucking-
Cindy's
Yeah,
knocked
let's-
out. She's taking a big old nap.
Oh, yeah, that's probably, yeah, I should probably do something about that. Can
Honestly,
I
I
transfer
think
her?
the turtle has higher priority.
Awkward.
Honestly, I don't blame you. After my I don't care how big the room is, I'm using Magma Storm. I don't blame you.
Can I give her 10 HP?
Yeah, you can do that.
Give her 1. Save that HP for yourself.
I feel like then we're wasting that 1 HP, because, what if it happens again?
Well, I mean, it was 15 they took, right? So if it happens again, 10 isn't going to be that big of a difference, you know?
I'm
Like
already
that
at the bottom of
HP
the
is-
slide, guys.
More effective on you than it is
Cool.
on Cindy, you know?
Oh, I suppose.
Just enough for her to walk. We will start finding the exit of this cave.
The rope.
Just enough for her to walk. Yeah, you know what? How about 5? We meet in the middle.
Shake.
Shake.
Shake on it. 5 HP transfer to Cindy complete. She restores consciousness. She does have a big old gash on her forehead. Looks bad.
Classic.
Ouchie.
Oh, gee.
My head hurts.
I can't imagine why.
This
No
is role
shit.
playing.
This is peak acting,
Missed my calling, honestly.
truly.
Cindy's up. The Packo are on the ground. What's next for them? Noted, the ground is
Oh.
like 20 feet higher than it was before, thanks to the rubble.
Turtle flipping.
Turtle flipping? Do you want to go locate the turtle who's struggling, going meh, meh, and help him out?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
How do you intend to help him out? He's caught between two rocks.
Pick him up.
Pick him up.
Then we put him on the ground.
Oh my god! Happy birthday to the ground, idiot!
On the ground.
Sure, but like how he's wedged. Like how do you pick him up?
Pull him out.
Pull him? Okay.
Yeah.
Then give me
Pull him.
Unwedge.
give me an unwedge athletics check then.
It's gonna go so well.
Are you rolling it or am I rolling it?
Oh, I just rolled it, but
Combined our rolls.
You guys can both work on
Perhaps.
it if you want, yeah.
The power of friendship.
the power of
Oh,
friendship.
hell yeah!
I
Is
got
this
a
just
17.
straight- What was it? Strength.
Yeah, athletics.
Athletics.
Athletics. Which I am proficient in. So that makes it a
Yo.
7.
7 and 17, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. The two of you, with your excellent teamwork, being star members of the Packo, successfully dislodge this turtle Pokemon. Elodie does so with much more success. It seems like Schmidt is still trying to get the hang of his new hand. And as a result, the turtle is flung above Elodie's head back behind her. Real quick DC 5 dex save from Cindy and Gimli and Omari.
Sorry for throwing a turtle at you guys.
17.
3
Okay.
plus
God.
1. 4.
Uh,
Shit.
a turtle
Fuck.
is thrown into Cindy's body and she hits the ground unconscious yet again.
Oh my fucking god.
This
Uh,
time it wasn't my fault.
Fuck.
It's DC 5. So the turtle seems to be relieved, but it's also on its back next to a once again unconscious Cindy. Getting knocked out this many times consecutively can't be good for you.
At least the turtle's okay.
Turtle seems all right.
Gonna push the turtle, roll it over so it's upright,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna give Cindy, I guess, 5 more.
Okay. How much you got
I
left
think we
after
should
that?
start doing it in increments of 1.
Fine, we'll do 1. I'm at after the 1 I'm at 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So
Um,
it's not the end of the world.
Great. Cindy regains consciousness and she opens her eyes and she sees Elodie by her side and a turtle.
Ouchie.
Elodie, give me one of your famous charisma checks.
I love doing that. Just charisma?
Yeah. I might have you
11.
follow up. 11? Okay. This little turdy guy is grateful. He kind of marches over the difficult terrain pretty well. He's got stubby little legs, but his body is rugged, so he's like chilling. He's not having a big time. He kind of brushes up beside you and is happy.
He's a cute guy.
He's a cute guy. I will have you follow up. Give me a nature check.
19.
19. That's quite good. You identify that this turtle is a grass type Pokemon. You can tell. And it has plants on its back that it grows itself that seem like they may be useful in some way.
That is so cool. I'm gonna ask the turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Never mind. For the time being, the turtle might kind of very clumsily, slowly follow you around. Mission complete, though. What's next for the Packo?
To the rope.
Yeah, we gotta get to the rope.
Rope gaming. Everyone's a rope gamer.
Yeah.
Rope gamers.
Okay.
Rope
All
gaming.
Can I
yes,
climb the rope first?
perhaps. As we're
just to investigate.
Sure. As we're getting there and crossing the difficult terrain, I do want a DC 7 dexterity check. If you have stealth proficiency, you may add it.
From everybody.
Every person.
Fuck, man.
Omari's going to make it as well.
14.
I made it.
I'm gonna tell Cindy that she's got this, and I'm sorry for throwing a turtle at her, and give her an Elodie's party time so that she
Okay.
can add a D8.
Okay. Okay.
What's the save?
DC 7 dexterity, potentially stealth if you have it. Schmidt, your cape gives a bonus to stealth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You
mean,
can-
I rolled a 17, so I'm
Yeah.
chilling.
you're chilling.
Without the
I-
D8, that's a 12.
Okay.
I have a 12.
Okay.
I
can,
crit.
Which passes, right?
Great. Yeah, that passes. You can sit on that Elodie's party time for what, like a day or
A
something?
little bit.
What's
Okay.
the duration
Probably.
on
I'll probably need it to climb that rope.
that? Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't say, so
Okay.
it makes sense to me since I recover them on a long rest.
I'm going to say 24 hours. Not a long rest, but just like 24 hours.
Works for me. I'll write that down.
Yeah. That's long. 12 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, you all... Oh, wait, what'd you get, Gimli?
14.
14. Yeah, you all manage to step over the rocks very carefully. You don't injure yourselves. You walk by the axe that's sticking out of the ground, and now everyone can hear the sound that Elodie heard, which is just kind of the wheezing coming from this creature that may be injured or sleeping, or who knows. You do approach the rope. Schmidt, you had a rope plan. Would you please describe it?
I would like to climb it.
You want to be the first to climb it?
Yeah, I just want to investigate it before some bullshit happens and Cindy dies again.
Okay, you want to just like get on it? You want to like tug it? You want to look at it?
Yeah, just give it a quick tug, and if it holds, then we'll start climbing it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, give me a investigation real quick.
That's a 15.
15. This seems like some pretty high quality rope, and it feels like, based on how high up it is and how straight the rope is, from what you can see, it is safe. That is your interpretation of it. Do you wish to climb it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna climb it first. And then...
Everyone else climbing it?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, but going to.
Yeah, you are able to climb the first 30 feet of this rope naturally. Totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
You do so, and it just gets darker and darker. And you are climbing just this really steep cliff face. It's just completely sheer, straight up. You get the feeling that you are more or less kind of ascending through the dungeons that you've been delving through. But what you see in front of you is a rock face, and what you see behind you is total darkness.
I keep climbing.
Okay. Do you tell the rest of the party to wait, or are you just going to keep going?
Yep, tell them to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to break the rope.
Now that you are 30 feet up, I will request DC 8 athletics, because it's hard to climb a rope super high.
I rolled a 14, and I'm also proficient in athletics. So
great. You ascend another approximately 30 feet. The rope is getting less and less like wiggly as you go up. It gets more taut. It seems it is strung up somewhere around here. And the rock wall that you're facing suddenly, just out of nowhere, opens up to a chamber.
Mm-hmm. Does the rope keep going, or?
The rope keeps going up. There's a threshold to the chamber that's about 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide. It is reasonably dark, but if you roll a good perception or use a light source of some kind, you can identify what is inside.
I'll roll a perception.
Okay. Are you going to stay on the rope, or are you going to get off and like stand at the threshold?
On that rope.
Okay. Yeah, give that to me.
17.
Yeah, this is a it's a relatively small chamber. There's a slight hallway that's 10 feet long, and then it opens up into a small room that is 15 by 15. It's a square. What was your perception again?
The roll was 17.
17. You observe that like beyond this initial threshold where the rope is currently, it's like dusty or chalky in there. And there's a small little outline that is like a soft rectangle that is in the corner of the room. There isn't much more you can see without stepping and like looking in.
We'll leave it alone.
Okay. Just keep climbing.
Let's keep climbing.
Okay. To climb another 30 feet, I will need a DC 10 athletics check.
13.
13. You're able to keep climbing. Again, same thing as usual. Just sheer rock wall directly ahead, and behind you, darkness. You hear sounds. You hear echoes of like Pokemon making sounds. Again, the bat sounds are continuous. You don't hear the sharpening sounds anymore. That's something that is gone. And you continue to climb. And at this point, you've climbed 90 feet. At the top, the rope ends, and it is tied to a pole that is driven into the ground. And there is a longish hallway that you cannot see the end of that goes directly north.
Okay. If I call down to the party, will they be able to hear me?
Most likely. I would request a DC 6 Constitution check.
That's in that one.
Okay. Yeah, you go out to call out to the party, but the chalky dustiness from the chamber that you were nearby before resulted in you inhaling some of that. And you go to make a sound, and you just start coughing.
Okay.
If only you had fly friends who could relay message.
Yeah, I think it's over for the Packo at this point.
Yeah, I think we just
We
fucking
die
die.
in the cave, waiting for Schmidt to tell us to come up.
I mean, I've checked in with you guys. Do any of you guys climb the rope regardless of Schmidt's instruction?
Cindy might.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Are you going to tie me to the bottom of it with the big moonstone and carry me up?
Honestly?
I was thinking, I don't know if this would be helpful, but if I could have grape juice come out and carry Cindy up.
Grape juice the Swampert.
Yes.
Can grape juice hold a rope?
I guess that's a good question. What does hands look like?
Just
Yeah.
scale the wall.
I think grape juice is more likely to actually just climb the wall than grape juice
Yeah.
is able to climb a rope.
Yeah, that's way more likely.
Just tie Cindy to the bottom with the big old rock. Carry me up.
Is Diana still out?
I mean, it could be. It doesn't really matter.
Why were we fucking with this rope?
I don't know.
Is there enough space for Diana?
Diana's like 30 feet long.
No, I mean like
Oh, in the wherever the rope's
Width.
going.
yes.
I don't know. Is there?
We do still have to follow the rope. It's the escape rope, right? So, like, at least that's what we're envisioning. The escape rope IRL, where we don't just twirl in a circle and magically appear at the front of the cave.
Diana.
We should all try twirling in a circle.
Oh, yeah, throw that ass in a circle. It all comes back to how we started today.
Diana would not fit comfortably into either of the chambers that you've come by. She would have to be like outstretched like a snake, which is like reasonable, but not a lot of mobility for Diana.
Also
Okay.
easier to hold on to than a rope.
Diana can ascend where the rope is, no problem. It's a huge opening, but entering the chambers is a little bit different.
I think that's probably better because I mean we can pull each other through.
Oh my god, was Quacko with me?
Did you want him to be?
Yes, yeah, he could have just been flying alongside me.
It would be a bit of a workout to just flap vertically for a duck, so he needs to
I
make.
could have hung out on the shoulder, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that works as well if you want to flavor that.
Okay, just have Quacko parachute down.
Parachute. Can you describe that?
It just wings open, kind of lightly flapping.
Just glides down.
Yeah,
Yeah, Quacko can totally do that. Does he have a message for the party?
he just nods.
Yeah, that happens without issue. The party, so Cindy, Elodie, Gimli, and Omari waiting below at the rope, wondering what's up with Schmidt. Hope he's okay. They see Quacko descend out of the darkness, and Quacko will hover nearby them and give them a nod.
So are we
Right.
riding Diana up or are we taking the rope?
I mean, you don't want me taking the rope if I'm carrying this big stone, so...
No. It's worth some money for sure.
Right, but I can't take it up the rope because I'll break the rope.
Yeah.
Ropes are not
Diana!
acceptable. Yeah,
Oh,
I would probably have to take Diana up, yeah.
do you tell
Can we all
Quacko
ride
Diana?
Diana?
Diana's not down there with you guys, so
Yes. We tell Quacko, hey, we need Diana to help us get up in the up.
I thought I left Diana down there.
oh, did you intentionally do so?
Yeah,
I
think so.
misremembered.
Yeah.
Okay. Would Quacko convey to Diana that it's like safe to come up and for people to ride Diana?
yeah.
Great. You do that. Diana can carry all the people for sure. The Moonstone is kind of heavy. DC 10 strength from Diana for this voyage.
What is Diana's strength?
Pretty good, I
I
think.
rolled an
Pretty
11,
high, yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's +3.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, even though the rock that Gimli's carrying is kind of heavy, Diana can successfully ferry you all up either to the 60-foot chamber or the 90-foot chamber. I guess as Schmidt's trainer, you'd roleplay for Diana. Would Diana go all the way up to Schmidt, or would Diana stop at the 60-foot chamber? Also, all of the trainers will see it, and they can also like be like, I'm gonna jump off and like jump in there if they want. Not required, but on the ascent you will all see a little room that is embedded into the rock.
Like a room?
Yeah, like a little room. Like there's a 10-foot hallway and then a 15 by 15 foot like square room.
I don't have the HP to fuck with that.
I don't think that's ever mattered to you, though.
If I jump off, I die.
That's true. But I was like, you've never had the HP to fuck with anything.
Yeah, but yeah, that's not stopped you before.
Yeah, it's like having you only have like 27 HP, and you're like, that's plenty, and then you just die.
I am at 1, which is significantly less than 20. So
That's not
It's yeah,
True.
it's funny. I like Cindy's logic here. So yeah, you'll all just ride Diana to the 90-foot ascent.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Diana does not fit, but Diana can just drop you all off, kind of like either chomp her teeth on like the cliff so that you can all like walk over her head, or dip her tail down. I'm curious if Schmidt has a preference for how Diana does that.
Just gotta dip the head down.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think Diana has to eat a wall.
I just, in my head, it'd be very secure if you like chomped on the wall with your dragon teeth, but yes. However Diana wants to do it, you can all step off and you see before you, well, Gimli, give me a perception check.
19.
Great. Most of it's Granite Cave, has been totally natural. The tunnel that you wide guarded in during the Haxorus combat seemed like a weird combination. This tunnel that you're currently in has been dug out. This is a man-made tunnel or Pokemon-made tunnel.
I've done work like this before. This is someone dug this.
And you rolled a 19,
What if
you
it's
said?
Gimli?
Yeah.
Okay, you also noticed that like a little ways in, you see some like dusty rope strewn on the ground.
Oh.
About 15 feet into this tunnel. And there's a threshold at the end, like a man-made like doorway.
Oh, cool. Should we approach this doorway?
Yeah, we've never had a bad encounter with the doorway in this cave so far.
No, not at all.
None.
Is
Oh,
everyone
wow.
in agreement?
With that statement, no.
No, sorry, in agreement to get to the end of the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
And Gimli, you're first, I'm assuming?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk towards the end of the tunnel, you walk over the strewn about rope on the ground. Everyone needs to make a DC 14 dexterity save.
Oh, is it a booby trap? Is it dex save, you said?
14.
14 meets it, okay.
Is it dex?
It is dex, yes.
So,
19.
can we
Okay.
flavor that I've recalled Diana by this point?
Yeah, because Diana can't fit through here, so.
What was it was Dex?
14, yeah.
Walter got a 15.
Okay.
Quacko got a 7. Schmidt rolled a natural 1.
Nice. Okay, Gimli.
Of 15.
Okay. As the party walks forward, they trigger a trap. They trigger a rope trap. It's a little slow moving, and you hear the sound of like rope, like like making a whooshing sound. So everyone manages to jump or roll out of the way, except for Quacko and Schmidt. They get closed up in a net of rope, and they get flown up towards the 15-foot ceiling, and they are stuck there. They're stuck on the ceiling. From the threshold, a light comes on. A torch is lit. And stepping out from this threshold is a man in his late teens, early 20s, with a adventuring pack on, rugged clothing, and alongside him is a tortoise-like Pokemon with arms and legs that seems to be encased in a shell of rock. He steps forward and he says, "Who goes there?" And that's where we'll end the session. Hello, and thank you for listening to the latest episode of Dunsparce Drampa. Special thanks, as always, to all of our Patreon supporters for making this podcast possible. We couldn't do it without you. You are also able to support for absolutely free by following or subscribing to the podcast on whatever service you listen to, leaving a comment, review, and or Q&A response, and sharing with your friends. We've been getting so many great questions and fan art in the Discord server, so be sure you join for yourself and participate in the conversation at discord.gg/Calirex. I've received some questions asking why regular campaign releases are coming out before the Galar Gala spinoff has finished, and that's because we haven't had time to actually finish playing the one-shot yet. We will be sharing the rest of the Galar Gala as soon as we are able to after we record it. Thank you for understanding and for all of your patience and support, and we will see you for the next release on January 30th.
Do you consent to the terms and conditions of the magma storm?
I didn't, and yet here we are.
Here we are. Grace, why did you do this?
I'm sorry?
Oh, no. Is that Dunsparce or is that the Dunsparce?
That's
That's
Dunsparce.
done.
Is
Yeah.
he
done with
blushing?
this shit.
I'd imagine he would be. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is fascinating.
All right. Well,
Sure.
Drop that in Patreon chat.
Oh,
no, not even Patreon. That is going straight into out of context.
Oh, no. Okay.
We are posting that shit on Twitter.
Okay.
Grace, that is your fault.
We have to credit the artist. Very important.
Oh, yeah. Let me get the link.
Okay, thank you.
It was a commission, so.
I'm crazy
We
right
could
now.
commission that artist.
We could get a
to
fur
do
affinity
sponsorship.
me flinging
Yeah.
fey creaminess.
God, I hate
That's
all of
literally,
it.
I think I got that from like the in-game description. Or maybe my fucked up mind just made that up, actually. I don't know.
I made sort of a twisted version of Decorate.
Yeah.
Just a glimpse
Twisted
into my
dark-
twisted mind.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
man.
God.